Welcome to Lou Kettlogg Stadium. Today we have playoff action between the 10-0 Regis Jesuit Raiders and the 5-6 Highlands Ranch Falcons. I'm Hudson Ridley. Welcome to this Raider Sports Network broadcast. Here today, we apologize for not getting it up sooner. We are having a little bit of some technical difficulties. We are quite understaffed here tonight, so a lot of stuff going on. We apologize in advance if some of the broadcast qualities aren't up to what they usually are, but we will be trying our very best tonight for an amazing game here tonight. We have action all around this Regis Jesuit sports program. Soccer right now is in a halftime tie, 0-0 right now in the state finals. But here, we are here for football today, and we are so glad you decided to join us here for this game. We are just about to get underway in this one. Highlands Ranch will be kicking off to Regis Jesuit here. Highlands Ranch is led by quarterback Jake Rubley. Rubley on the season has 1,679 yards, 18 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. He's been a pretty solid quarterback thus far this season. Here we go now.
Miller and Tommy Yates are received for the Raiders.
Down the sideline now, it's Miller. A flag is thrown. Miller is still up to the sideline and pulled down there. Still unsure of what the call is. Possibly a holding on the Raiders. We'll let you know when we have all that information here. Ref still discussing this foul here. Back with you now.
Can we go get Audrey? I will. I'm gonna go get someone.
Nico Marchiel now going to take the snap from the shotgun. Here he goes. Hand off to David Doty. Running up the middle is Doty. Legs churning for a gain of about 6 there.
Doty carries 7-yard gain in the play, 2nd and 3 for Regis Jesuit.
Good gain there by Doty, right up the middle. Marchiel, the sophomore quarterback, Doty, the junior running back, have been an amazing tandem for this Regis Jesuit squad. A little movement on that offensive line here. That is a flag. It appears that it will go against the Raiders. Yep, the Raiders are backing up now.
Number 79 of the offense. 5 yards. Still second.
It'll be 2nd down and 11 now. Here come the Raiders. Marchiel going to take the snap. Takes the snap, handoff Doty, running left, all the way deep in his backfield. Takes off a little bit down the sideline. Going to bring up 3rd down here after a gain of a couple. Good run there by Doty. It appears that it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 6 or 7.
3rd and 7 for the Raiders.
Yes, it will be a 3rd and 7 again. If our broadcast has not been up to date, I have a lot to do tonight. I'm Hudson Ridley, one of our sophomore color commentators, but tonight I'm taking on the role of play-by-play color and producing, so a bit of a tough one. Is Markiel on the sideline there, finds Ty McGuire, a good connection there. Markiel has been on fire with his passing all season long as that one picks up a first down here. Markiel now going to take this snap from the shotgun. Markiel takes the snap, looks right, looking downfield. Oh, finds.
And welcome back to the Race Sports Network. Sorry, we've had a lot of technical difficulties. Apparently, it was with the Wi-Fi here at Regis, so we've switched back to a hotspot. I'm going to work on trying to get everything back the way it is with the time and the score. And Hudson will be back with you right about now, and we'll get you back on the play-by-play. Thank you so much for turning in, and sorry for our inability to get this working for you. Thank you so much.
Yes, again, we do apologize profusely. We were having a tough time. I mean, I guess that's what you get when you give a first-year cameraman and a first-year commentator an entire broadcast to do, but we're making the best of it here now as best that we can do. Here is Rubley now, score 28-0. The Raiders are up. Rubley dropping back, lot of pressure, under pressure, and he's taken down. Again, flags fly, but Matthew Bear has picked up his 12th and a half sack here. Unsure who this is going to go against. We did see a holding in the backfield on Highlands Ranch, but we'll see if that is the call.
What's it down?
Ref still talking this one over on what the flag will be. And it will be against the Raiders there. That will negate Matthew Bear's 11.5 sack on the season. Unfortunate break there for the Raiders.
Personal foul. Face mask. On defense. 15 yards from the end of the run.
They're going to call that a face mask on the Raiders here. That is yet another penalty. The Raiders need to start playing disciplined here. This is hurting their team immensely thus far. Penalties have been one of their only struggles thus far in the game. A timeout now for Highlands Ranch. Score is 28-0. The Raiders are on top with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left. We hope that is what it says on your broadcast. We are trying our best to keep this broadcast up for you. It is a big playoff game here tonight. And we do regret to inform you that tonight the Raiders have finally fallen. It took a while to bring them down, such a resilient team. They lost in the state finals tonight, 1-0 to Broomfield. We are so proud of you here at the Raider Sports Network for your amazing season. 16 wins, only 1 loss in state, coming in the finals. You guys have been just amazing thus far this year. We love you so much. We are so happy at what you guys have done thus far this season. Amazing job. Here's Rubley now from the shotgun. Rubley drops back, looking downfield to pass. And taken down there for a gain of about 10 yards. Close to moving the sticks here. And it will. A 10-yard pass there from Rubley. We haven't seen him use his arm much in the game. A very run-heavy offense here.
First and 10, Highlands Ranch.
Rubley running out right. Throwing way deep, and he's got a man. He makes a move down the sidelines. He's beating everybody, but he's tackled out of bounds there, not before. Picking up a lot of yardage there, moving the sticks. Good pitch and catch there from Rubley. That was complete to Rendon there on the sidelines. That was a 54-yard completion there. Their longest play from scrimmage of the game. This will be a 1st down and 10 now from the Regis 12. It appears that they may be an injury here for Highlands Ranch. Jogging to the sidelines. They're subbing him off now. Here's Rubley from the shotgun here. Rubley going to take the snap here. Looking right, pressures on, throws a deep one up, and incomplete there. Looking for a receiver in the end zone, just couldn't get it there. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10 here. And the Falcons now, after getting some good gains with the rushing game, but nothing big, nothing explosive, are now starting to use their air game here. Rubley has been solid thus far this season, as we've mentioned, but they haven't used him much. Now they're starting to use him a little bit more. Rubley in the shotgun. Overshoots his receiver by a mile and out of bounds. Rubley now from the shotgun. It's a 3rd and 10. A timeout now. 3 minutes and 26 seconds left in this first half. It'll be a Raiders timeout, their 2nd charge timeout of the half. After that Raiders timeout, here comes the Falcons offense out here onto the field, quarterbacked by Jake Rubley. This offense has had their struggles in this game. It would be a huge momentum booster to get a little bit of confidence on their side and score here. They are at the Raiders' 12-yard line. This is the farthest they've gotten their first trip to the red zone thus far. Rubley from the shotgun, takes the snap, looking left, pressure on, runs up the middle to the goal line. And they're going to call him 1 yard short there. A good run by Rubley. Not even a yard, a couple of inches there for Rubley to go. You got to imagine you'd see a heavy run or a quarterback sneak here. This will bring up 1st and goal from the 1. Time is ticking. About 3 minutes left. Here's Rubley and his offense trying to punch one in before this half ends. Get a little momentum on their side. The Raider wall stacking the box. No receivers outside. You gotta imagine this is a heavy run. Raiders trying to stuff them up the middle here. And a run up the middle and into the end zone there for a Falcons touchdown. Nice drive put together by the Falcons to gain some momentum back here. 28-6, your score. Raiders still on top thus far. On to kick the extra point now are the Falcons. A tough snap, a tough kick, and it was ugly, but it made it through. Cutting the deficit now to 21 points here with 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in this first half.
Broomfield 1, Regis Jesuit 0. Thank you, soccer team, for a spectacular year.
I'm going to flip out on Pat for not coming here because he has literally screwed this up. I'm also, while we're
Kickoff sails into the end zone. Touchback here for Jackson Connolly. Markiel and the offense will trot back on to the field. We are so grateful to our full-time cameraman, Jack Fate, for figuring out the producing here tonight, and a special member of RJ Media in her first broadcast, Audrey Harmon, upstairs doing camera on such a short notice. We appreciate that. Nico Markiel from the shotgun, looking right, overthrows him a little bit. Some miscommunication between him and Bryce Sloan winds up being a second down.
Marco's pass intended for Sloan incomplete. Second and 10 for the Raiders.
Second and 10 now for the Raiders. Markiel. He's got Doty out to his left. Takes the snap. Handoff. Up the middle. David Doty again. Oh my goodness. And he is grabbed by his horse collar there and taken down.
Doty the ball carrier all the way down to the Highlands Ranch.
A great run there to the 39-yard line. Oh my goodness, David Doty. An absolute monster.
A 41-yard gain for the Raiders.
Markiel's pass batted at the line of scrimmage there, trying to get something going. Maybe some quick offense. As time is ticking, we are nearing the 2-minute warning of this first half. This will bring up a second and 10 here now. Markiel has sophomore Pyreese Miller in the backfield now. From the shotgun now. Takes the snap. Reading through his progressions, dumps it off for Miller. Miller's got the speed. Oh, and they are going to call a holding there on Macias, but Miller is still on his feet before he's dragged to the ground. Unfortunate there for the Raiders, a big gain, but that's probably going to negate it on the holding call. Parents are upset by that one, but And that is going to bring it back. That will be a holding. Unfortunate there for the Raiders on the little screen pass. Oh, they're actually going to call that an ineligible receiver downfield on the center, junior Anthony Ticconi. Here's Markiel from the shotgun. Takes the snap now. Looking left, downfield. Oh, just over the head of Connolly there. Markiel's got a big arm. He's been putting a lot on these passes tonight. Connolly there at the senior. Gaining separation. He has 585 receiving yards on the season for 5 touchdowns. This leading receiver on the team. Markiel now. Takes the snap on 3rd and 14. A handoff there to Doty. A gutsy play call, and it may work. It may just work. Down the sidelines. Pulled by his jersey. He's still up. He's still up. Wow. Oh, my goodness. David Doty. A gutsy play call. A fake pass and a handoff there. And Doty just gaining those yards like a machine. Racking up yards all game long. Have yourself a day, David Doty.
Carries down to the Highlands ranch, 17-yard line. A 27-yard pickup.
27 yards on that run. Markiel to the outside, and they're going to say he stayed in bounds and picked that one off. An interception there for the Falcons. Markiel rarely throws interceptions.
Markiel.
You rarely see that there. One of the best touchdown to interception ratios in the country. He's still young, though. The Raider defense trying to make a stop here before time winds down in this first half. Still up 28-7, a 21-point deficit that this Falcons team is facing, as Rubley is back out there with this Falcons offense. Rubley from the shotgun, takes the snap. Looking, and a poorly thrown ball there. Maybe some miscommunication, maybe just a bad throw. I can tell you, though, he's no Nico Markiel. Misses that one wide there. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Rubley from the shotgun. Takes a snap, handoff. Up the middle, has a hole. Taking him down there is the Raiders' defense. That is going to move the sticks now. That'll bring up a 1st down and 10. Rubley from the shotgun, trying to get this offense moving quickly. Rubley takes the snap, looking deep downfield, and it's picked off! You can't make those kind of throws. Oh, Bryce Sloan, get that man a map. He put him on skates, breaking ankles, and it's a pick 6 to the house. Oh, my goodness. And a flag is down on the field there. Not sure what the flag is on. Hopefully this will stand here. But it doesn't look like it. The Regis offense is huddling up here now.
After the interception, block in the back.
They're going to call that a block in the back on Nuni Tuatelli, the sophomore. It'll still be a 1st down, Regis, though, after a highlight play there from Bryce Sloan going up, grabbing that ball for the interception, going downfield, breaking ankles, and dancing his way into the end zone. Unfortunate that that penalty negated it. Nonetheless, Nico Marchiol gets the ball back, and this Raiders offense is in a good position to add some points on to the board. Marchiol now has Miller in his backfield. Takes the snap. Handoff Miller, and he is stuffed right up the middle there. Nothing going there as the clock ticks down to 40 seconds. And you're already in field goal range for kicker Jordi Del Torre. So maybe try to get a touchdown here. Use some good clock management. They still have one timeout left as Nico Marchiol eyes the sideline. There, finds McGuire. It'll be a timeout there for the Raiders. 21 seconds remaining.
4-yard gain in the play, pass complete.
After that 4-yard gain, it'll be 3rd down and 8. That is their 3rd and final charge timeout in this first half. And with that timeout there, we're going to take a quick timeout on the Raiders Sports Network. We will be back with you as soon as the action resumes. Thank you very much. Raiders now. Marchiol with Doty on his right. Marchiol running the option. Oh, a little Statue of Liberty there. Kulik picks it up on the field. Looking down the sideline. Pressure's on and thrown out of bounds, and also a flag down on the play.
A fumble in the Regis backfield, followed by an incomplete pass, but also a flag on the play.
A lot going on there. Couple of jet sweeps, lateraling it multiple times, maybe looking for some type of Philly special play there on steroids. Looks like it is going to go against the Raiders there. Refs still discussing. And that will be against the Raiders. It'll be holding on the offense there, and that is going to bring them back. That appears to be on number 78, Grayson Stovall, the sophomore. That'll bring that one back a little bit now. Maybe gain some yards before it's over. Give your kicker, Jordi Del Torre, a better chance. He has a booming leg, but you got to give him a better chance than this. Here's Marchiol now. Doty on his left. A 3rd and 21. Marchiol fakes the handoff to Doty, looking for the end zone. He has Connolly, touchdown! Touchdown, Jackson Connolly! Touchdown, Regis Jesuit Raiders! And a late hit that takes Jackson Connolly down. Looks like he's hurt, but he gets to his feet. That's Raider toughness. That's Raider football. And if you don't like that pass, you don't like Regis Jesuit Raiders football. What a completion there. Marchiol to Connolly. 34-7 your score as Del Torre trots on to take this extra point with 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Del Torre. Del Torre splits the uprights there, 35-7, and hey, I don't know, but Raiders are on pace for 70 points here. I mean, don't stop them now. An absolute blazing first half for this Raiders offense and Raiders defense. Raiders offense dropping 35 points in the first half alone. This Raiders defense holding this Falcons offense to only 7 points, and This Falcons offense and defense are struggling all over the board. The Raiders only having penalties as their only problem, but that can always be cleared up. A usually disciplined team here. Del Torre now taking the kickoff. Booming kick downfield. It will be returnable as the clock winds down here now, and Raiders are going to take him down to end this first half. What a first half there from the Raiders. Little scrum on the field, but it's not going to matter as both teams head to the locker room. That'll do it for me, Hudson Ridley, in this first half. Hope you enjoyed the commentary. We tried to get our broadcast up and running as best as possible. We apologize for the technical difficulties. We will be back in a couple of seconds. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the second half of action here. At the moment, we have a one-man broadcast going. I'm Hudson Ridley. I am tonight your play-by-play color producer, and we have a stationary camera here, so I'll give you some radio-type broadcast. Crossing the field, now switching to the other side of the field, is the return man for Highlands Ranch, but he is taken down. Good play by the Raiders to swarm there, and Jake Rubley in the Falcons offense will trot on to the field now. This offense has been limited all game long. Only 7 points.
Returns to the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. Highlands.
That return went to the 13-yard line, so it will be a 1st and 10 for Highlands Ranch. Highlands Ranch now. Rubley from the shotgun. And a possible false start there. Both teams jumping over. Looks like it will be against the Falcons, though. A false start penalty here now.
Number 6 of the offense.
That'll back them up.
Makes it 1st and 15.
That'll bring up a 1st down and 15. First down and 15 now. Here's Rubley from the shotgun. Takes the snap. Handoff now up the middle. And stopped there after a gain of about 5.
Lundquist carries 5-yard pickup on the play.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 now. 2nd and 9, excuse me. So a 2nd and 9 here now. Rubley from the shotgun takes the snap, tips it off, an end around here brought up for about another 6 yards here by the Falcons. That'll bring up, about a 3rd down and 5.
Andrews, ball carrier.
This Falcons offense likes to use their run game. Rubley's arm has not been used much. Their biggest pickup of the night, though, was a 54-yard pass. Rubley now takes a snap, fakes the handoff, looks down the field, and stuffed there short of the line to gain by Ty McGuire there. That'll bring up now a 4th down and short. No, they're gonna say he moved the chains on that one. They're going to give it a 1st down and 10 now. It looked a little short of the marker, but one of those calls that can go either way. So a 1st down and 10 here now for the Falcons. Snap is up, fake, out to the right. Running now, a big hole is the Falcons wide receiver, and he gets another 1st down. This Falcons offense is now hot out of the gate.
All good for you?
Andrews carries to the 36-yard lines, 1st and 10, Highlands Ranch.
There's a 1st and 10 for Highlands Ranch now. Rubley takes the snap. Looking deep, tipped up, and incomplete there. That'll stop the clock.
Ruby's pass incomplete, 2nd and 10 for the Falcons.
We apologize. We are also having some clock issues here in the booth. 9 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. Now from the shotgun, it's Rubley. Rubley takes the snap, handoff, up the middle, stuffed there by the Raider wall. That'll bring up a 3rd down and long now, a 3rd down and about 9. Great stop there by the Raider wall. A 3rd and 9 now for the Falcons. Rubley now. He's got a running back in the backfield. Takes the snap, drops way back, pressure coming. Ooh, and tipped there by Ty McGuire as it falls incomplete, and that'll bring up a 4th down now. Great play there by the Raider defense as the punt team for this Falcons team trots onto the field now. Ty McGuire will be back to return this one.
Ruby in punt formation for the Falcons.
Punting now are the Falcons. Sends this one. Actually, excuse me, no, it's a fake right there. That one even faked me out. Wow. Not going to get it on the fake there, but a gutsy play call. Excuse me.
Comes up short with the first down. Regis Jesuit takes over 1st and 10.
It will be short of the first down now. That'll be a 1st and 10 for Regis Jesuit here. Here's Markiel. From the shotgun, he's got Doty in his backfield. Looking to throw, escapes the pressure, still in the pocket, gets out of the pocket for a nice gain there as he pushes the pile.
Markiel keeps the ball. 4-yard gain in the play.
A nice 4-yard gain on that play. That'll bring up 2nd and 6 now. We are having a bit of trouble running this clock here tonight. We will update you with the current times. As up the middle now, a flag is thrown. That was David Doty. It'll be 8 minutes and 19 seconds. And a holding on the offense there. That'll bring that back 10 yards now.
Penalty moves the ball back to the 49-yard line. 2nd and 14 for the Raiders.
This will be a 2nd and 14 for the Raiders. Markiel takes the snap, fakes the handoff, he's going to run it himself. Up the middle, he's still going. Stiff arms the defender and gains some more yards there. Markiel, excellent with his legs. He is listed as a pro-style quarterback, but has the appearance of a dual threat. He's absolutely brilliant with his legs when he has to run, and he shows it there after picking up a nice gain. It'll be a 3rd and 1 here for the Raiders. And it appeared to be a QB sneak there. Doesn't look like they're going to get it, though. That'll bring up a 4th down here for the Raiders. Coach Philman does like to go for these 4th downs. We don't see much of the punter, Eddie Maxfield, in situations like these. The offense will stay out there on the field. It's Nico Markiel alongside Pyreese Miller. Markiel from the shotgun. Made a man flinch there on the line. Markiel takes the snap. Hand off Miller. Miller with a cut. Miller, a nice play, and he's going to get that 1st down yardage that the Raiders needed. 1st down for the Raiders. A great play there. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Miller will stay out there in the backfield. Markiel to take the snap. Markiel takes the snap, looking left. Pump fakes, looking right. Deep downfield, he's got him in. It's Sloan. Did he get the feet down? They're going to say he didn't and that it was out of bounds. That went out of bounds there. He was looking for Sloan. Couldn't get him there. So Markiel in the offense will be out here now on a 2nd down and 10. Doty will check in the backfield now. Hand off Doty. Doty bouncing it to the outside. Doty gaining some yards, and he's taken down there, but not before picking up the 1st down. A 1st down and 10 there for the Raiders.
Down to the 19-yard line, 1st and 10, Regis Jesuit.
So a 1st and 10 there for the Raiders. And this offense is clicking now. Markiel from the shotgun. Another handoff to Doty. Doty makes some nice cuts up the middle for a gain of about 7 there. That'll bring up 2nd and 4 after that 6-yard gain there on the run from Doty.
Ball on the Highlands Ranch 13.
Here's Markiel now. Markiel, handoff to Miller. Run game been strong. This drive for the Raiders as Miller picks up the 1st down, and the Raiders are rolling here. First and goal, handoff to Miller, up the middle, legs moving. And he gets to about the 1 there. That was Pyrese Miller up the middle there as the Raiders, a 2nd and goal now. A 2nd and goal now for the Raiders. Markiel, handoff Miller. Can he finish the drive? Ooh, they're going to mark him short of the end zone there. No gain. That'll bring up a 3rd and goal here now. Raiders still up 35-7 for those of you joining us. So here are the Raiders now. A 3rd and goal. Hands it off to Miller. Miller up the middle. Can he get there? He can. Touchdown for the Raiders. A nice play there. Miller, right up the middle. And the Raiders add to their lead. A Raiders touchdown there, and it'll extend the lead to 41-7, excuse me. A lot going on here in the booth, a lot to do. Here's De La Torre on for the extra point. Macias with the hold, De La Torre with the kick, perfect execution, and the Raiders are up 42-7. A quick drive to start this 1st half. And the Raiders, just absolutely on fire today. This is what you like to see. Coming off a bye week, you may think they're a little rusty, but they come out and they drop 42 points, and it's only the 3rd quarter thus far. An amazing game on both sides of the ball as they also hold Highlands Ranch to just 7 points. The Raiders playing amazing on both sides of the ball thus far. De La Torre with the booming leg will take this kickoff. And thus far, we've seen touchback after touchback from him. He's an absolute touchback machine. Let's see if he can pull out another one here. De La Torre sends this one all the way down to the goal line. He's going to return it here. And he can't slip past any tackles there that time as he's brought down at around the 16-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 now for Highlands Ranch. Here is Rubley and the offense only scoring 7 points thus far. Trotting back onto the field, have used a mix of the run and pass game in that first quarter. We saw a lot of run. In the second quarter, we saw a lot of pass. And in this third quarter, we've been seeing a mix of both. Rubley from the shotgun has a running back to his right. Rubley takes the snap, handoff. Cutting it up the middle, Clay Nanke, all 6'6" of him getting to him there. Taken down, nowhere to go. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 now. Here's Rubley. From the shotgun, takes the snap. Pressure on from Nanke. And taken down by Macias, After that completion, Macias with the tackle. And you may not know it from here, but folks, he's a baseball player. Baseball is his main sport. He is committed to Oregon State, one of the #1 baseball schools in the country. This will bring up a 3rd and 6 for Rubley in this Falcons offense. Down by a lot. Time's ticking if they want to make something happen. Rubley takes the snap, handoff, and the Raider wall stuffs him there. A loss of yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 4th down. What a stop there from this Raiders team. That'll bring up a 4th and 7. And with this much time on the clock, I mean, it is deep in your own half, but maybe you may want to play aggressive and go for it, but your offense hasn't had much luck here thus far, just maybe surrendering, curling up, and punting this one here now. It is a 35-point deficit. I've seen a lot of crazy comebacks, but none as crazy as this, as the punter boots this one in the air deep for McGuire, through the hands of McGuire, but he gets it. Trying to bounce it out to the outside, but they're going to call an end to that, and a flag there on the field. Possibly against the Raiders there. Ref still talking this flag over, unsure on what they're going to call here. Nico Markiel and this Raiders offense will trot onto the field now. They have scored 42 points thus far in an offensive barrage. And they look to continue it here as the Raiders are going to be backed way up. They're going to call that a block in the back. And number 29, Bryce Parsons there. An excellent corner. So the Raiders will have a 1st and 10 now from their own 20-yard line. Markiel now hands it off to Maxfield. Maxfield And he is still on his feet after a nice spin move. And it looks like they're going to give him the spot for a first there. Maxfield, you may not see it, but he is the punter. All these Raiders players playing multiple different positions on this team. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Raiders. The ball at their own 31-yard line. Markiel now. Sends Maxfield in motion. Looking to the sideline. He has Sloan. A flag there.
Pass is complete to Sloan. A flag in the play.
Unsure what that flag is on yet. We will let you know. It appears by the crowd reactions that it may be against the Raiders here.
Another receiver downfield.
They're going to say that was an ineligible receiver downfield. So that will bring the Raiders back now to a 1st and 15. Here's Markiel. It appears from this angle that he has Taylor in the backfield. And a false start there on the Raiders offense. Another penalty that's going to hurt them.
False start. Number 78 of the
That'll be on number 78, Grayson Stovall. That'll bring them back to a 1st and 20. And we have said it all season long. Penalties have been killing this team thus far. You have to limit the penalties. That is their Achilles heel for this team. So a 1st and 20 yards to go here. Markiel has Taylor and Maxfield in his backfield. Handoff. Maxfield looked like he tripped, but he stayed on his feet for a gain of about 5 there.
Maxfield carries 5-yard gain in the play, 2nd and 15 for the Raiders.
So this will bring up a 2nd down and 15. And deep downfield, he has Sloan, the breakaway speed. See you later. More points on the board for this Raiders team. And ladies and gentlemen, this thing is ugly. 48-7. Oh my goodness. Absolute insanity here. Can you believe it? That pass complete to Sloan. That was for 75 yards and a Raider touchdown. The clock did tick down on that one, so it will be the 4th quarter now. Excuse me, I think it will be the 4th quarter. After this play, De La Torre splits the uprights there, adds an extra point on. So Regis Jesuit now 48, Highlands Ranch 7. And the Raiders right now just blowing this Highlands Ranch team out of the water. back with you now as Jordi De La Torre going to get this fourth quarter underway. We would like to remind you that right now it is going to be a running clock after this kickoff now that the Raiders are up by at least 40 points. Del Torre sends this one short right here and just falls on the ground there. And that'll start the running clock here now.
Take over, 1st and 10 from their own 29.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from their 29 now.
The remainder of the game will be played with a running clock.
And the Raiders now playing with a running clock, and the fans love that. So happy for this Raiders team. Handoff now. Nope, he's going to keep it. A little quarterback keeper there for Rubley as he gains about 2 yards with that one. A little quarterback keeper there. We haven't seen Rubley have to use his legs much thus far. And Bryce Sloan getting some redemption on that touchdown. He did have a touchdown earlier in the game that was negated. It would have been a pick six. And tackled in the backfield, the backup quarterback, Andrew Kulik, comes up. And oh my goodness, could call him the Kulik man, the way he burst through that wall of offensive linemen there into the backfield and took him down for a loss. It'll be a 3rd and 9 now. Rubley in this offense trying to get something going now. Rubley takes the snap, looking right, pressure's on. Lot of pressure on, rolling right, throwing back across the field and overshoots his receiver there, and that'll bring up a 4th down and 9 now. The Raiders showing no struggle in this one late. They have had late game struggles thus far at holding their opponents. Once the game gets late, it'll be Ty McGuire to return this punt. Bringing an extra person onto the field now. Here are the Falcons. We have not yet identified the punter, but I do believe that is Rubley. It is Rubley. A flag on that play. Could have been a jump on either team there. Not sure who crossed the line first. It will be a false start there, and that's just going to make things a whole lot worse. 4th and 14. Still a punt upcoming, though.
4th and 14 for the Falcons.
Punted downfield to McGuire. That one's going to go out of bounds there at about the 34-yard line, and that'll set up a 1st and 10 here for the Raiders. This clock continues to run. Not sure who they're still going to have in at quarterback. You got to assume you'd sub in Kulik for this one. And it appears that they are, as Marchiol is going to stay on the sideline. That'll be it for him today. So Andrew Kulik and our good friend from Raider Sports Network, Michael Manugan, checking in here.
Kulik at quarterback for the Raiders.
Kulik takes the snap, hands off to Maxfield. Maxfield up the middle, churning his legs for a nice gain of about 4 or 5 there. Looks like they're going to give him 4.
4-yard gain for Maxfield. Second and 5 for the Raiders.
They are going to give him that extra yard, so it will be a 2nd and 5 here for the Raiders. Kulik in the shotgun. He's got Maxfield in his backfield. Maxfield, a run up the middle. The dual threat punter there.
Maxfield,
And after a gain of about 1, that will bring up a 3rd down. About a 3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4 for Regis Jesuit.
So it'll be a 3rd and 4 here for the Raiders. Maxfield will check out there as Taylor will check in at running back. Kulik also doubles as a linebacker. You saw him make an amazing tackle for a loss on that last defensive possession. Running an option here, pitches it to Taylor. Taylor with a cut. A nice move by Taylor and a stiff arm and up the sideline. And he's still on his feet and he's still going and he's brought down after a very nice gain. Dervin Taylor.
Taylor, the ball
An
carrier.
excellent play there. Taylor gaining some serious yardage there.
1st and 10 Regis.
The sophomore, he's got so much speed. He's got so much potential. It's great to see him getting some snaps. So Kulik from the shotgun. He's got Taylor in his backfield. Kulik takes the snap. Hand off to Taylor. And he keeps possession of that. Looked like he may have slipped up there. About a gain of 4. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 6.
4-yard gain in the play. 2nd and 6 for the Raiders.
So it'll be a 2nd and 6 for the Raiders. We see Maxfield check back in. Trying to keep possession here are the Raiders till the game ends. A running clock, so that'll be pretty easy to do. Here's Kulik. Kulik taking the snap, hands it off to Maxfield. Maxfield up the middle, a nice gain there. And this Raiders offense late in the game keeps on rolling. This Falcons defense is winded. They have no idea what just hit them, and what hit them there was a punter. Eddie Maxfield right up the middle for a nice gain, bringing up a 1st down and 10 for the Raiders. Maxfield still in now. It'll be Kulik from the shotgun. Kulik taking the snap, hand off Maxfield. Maxfield with a nice spin move to stay on his feet. And all that for a gain of about 2 or 3 there.
1-yard gain in the play. 2nd and 9 for the
They'll
Raiders.
call that a 1-yard gain now for a 2nd and 9. Still waiting on instructions here from the sideline. And a stoppage here. And after stopping the clock there for a second, they will resume the clock. We will try to keep you up to date on the clock. It is at about 3 minutes and 26 seconds. That is the actual time now, as we have just restarted it up. Here is Kulik. He's got Taylor in the backfield now. Snap, handoff, Taylor. Taylor up the middle. Taylor dodging tackles again. Great gain there from Taylor. And he is showing a lot of promise. That's what the coaching staff wants to see from him. A big gain there for about 13, 14 yards. And it'll bring up a 1st and 10.
Regis Jesuit.
Some of the second unit players out here now. as this time on the clock ticks down. Raiders still up 49-7. Kulik from the shotgun. Takes a snap. Hand off Taylor. Taylor up the middle again. Oh no, it was Kulik. Kulik on the keeper. And he had me right there. Great play design. Way to sell that run up the middle. Pulls the ball back and just takes off there. Kulik, an excellent job there on the quarterback keeper, and that'll bring up another 1st and 10.
Regis a first down on the 8.
It'll be a first down for Regis on the 8-yard line, and now up by a lot. I mean, you've got nowhere else to go but the end zone, and you would run out the clock to gain some respect for your opponent here, but they are going to take a knee instead of go for the end zone here. Maybe a little greedy by myself up here in the booth to want that, but the time is going to be winding down.
Quarterback takes the knee.
It'll bring up a 2nd and 10 after Kulik takes the knee.
Loss of a yard in the play.
Appears that they're going to take another knee and wind this one down here. And after taking another knee, the Raiders are gathering at half field. A 49-7 blowout of a game for the Raiders, and this one is over. Everybody is excited for this one. Raiders continue in playoff action. Nico Marchiol, a great night, supported by David Doty, Ty McGuire, Jackson Connolly, and all the rest of the team. What a night for this Raiders team. An absolutely amazing game. The handshake line now coming across the field. And the Raiders, a great game thus far. I'm joined here now by our cameraman, Jack Fate. He did an excellent job tonight.
You can't hear it. Here, just give me your mic. Hello, everyone. Well, thank you for turning in the Race Sports Network. Our apologies again for such a little havoc tonight. It was just me and Hudson running this show. Hudson taking it all down here by himself down here, running, producing, play-by-play, and color, the beast that he is. Kudos to him. Also, kudos to the 2 sophomore girls who were grounds crew who came up for the first half and absolutely did a great camera job coming out of freshman retreat and absolutely giving so much of their time, especially like all the stuff they're doing. They're busy, hard working, fighting freshman retreat. And also, shout out to the boys soccer team. Even though they lost, they had a tremendous season. It was great broadcasting their games. What a fun team that was, and congrats, boys. We're proud of you. That's it for us here at the Raider Sports Network. I'm going to give it back to Hudson to close you all out. Thank you so much.
And as we mentioned, we apologize for the technical difficulties. It was a bit of a rough, understaffed night here tonight, but we are so happy to bring you this game. We had such a great time doing it tonight. We really appreciate you sticking with us, watching it tonight. We really appreciate each and every one of our viewers. We will be back next week for Raider playoff action. Stay tuned. I'm Hudson Ridley alongside Jack Fate. You have a great night, Raiders.